Your woman does not want to be the highest purpose in your life. She will only love you if you have a deeper, more important purpose than her. It's a very important lesson here, guys. If you have a girlfriend, or if you're dating a woman, or if you are looking to date women, if you're doing pickup or cold approach or online dating, what I'm gonna teach you in this video is crucial because this is the basis of attraction. This is what it means to be a man. What it means to be a man is that you have a higher purpose. And this purpose is more important than anything. And that includes your woman or the women you're speaking with. So when you go on a date with a woman, if you are too won over, if you are too interested in her, this will repel her. If you have a girlfriend and over time you become needy and clingy, it repels her. In fact, the biggest reasons girls will leave a man is because he became needy and clingy. It's almost always that mixed with him becoming soft and lacking purpose, which usually go hand in hand. It's hard to be needy and clingy if you have a strong purpose and you're on it. It's very difficult. That's dating. That's pickup / online dating. And guys, this applies not just in the dating realm. It applies with people as friends. You ever had a friend and he became super needy and he always wanted to see you and he was being butthurt when you weren't ready to hang out with him, and as a result you had to cut the guy off? Happened to me. I mean, honestly, when I was younger, that was me a little bit with some people. And I'm telling you, no one likes that. A man shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be dependent on other people for your happiness, your satisfaction, your fulfillment, your joy, your love. You shouldn't be dependent. You should be able to give this love, joy, satisfaction, fulfillment to yourself. It's extremely important what I'm saying right now. You know, I grew up. I didn't grow up. When I was really young, I was social. But as I got older, when I got into high school, I kind of became less socially confident. And it was funny because all of this was happening without me noticing. And this might resonate with you. This might have happened to you. Anyways, what ended up happening is I eventually realized this idea, which was I was losing my social confidence, and I took action into my own hands to become more confident. The reason I'm telling you this backstory is because confidence is tied to how deeply in line you are with your purpose. They are directly tied to it. It's really interesting because essentially what made me very confident 5 years ago is not what makes me really confident right now. Like in terms of the actual thing itself. For example, 5 years ago, when I started to begin cold approaching, this was the most invigorating, happy, amazing thing I could do. And I thought it was gonna be like that forever. Here's what happened. It wasn't like that forever. At some point, cold approaching stopped being my main purpose. And now I get so much satisfaction from filming videos, so much from talking to people and just helping them and giving value, so much from just hanging out with my girlfriend and chilling. I get so much satisfaction and love from this. Before it was cold approach that was like giving me the most ROI. Now it's this stuff I'm telling you. And this all ties into the video, which is it's all about your purpose. Now, let me tell you what your purpose is. Because once you understand your purpose, you understand life. Once you understand your purpose, people, women, men are all attracted to you. You are not repelling. You are not ugly. Like literally, that's literally what it is. Your purpose, everyone has a different purpose. You must ask yourself, what is it that you feel like needs to change within you? That is the first step. The first step is to fix yourself, is to help yourself, is to empower yourself. The next step is to help others. This is the 1-2 step process of your purpose as a man. This is every man's purpose, by the way. It is to help themselves and then help others. And it's in that order. You can't just help others and not help yourself, because what's going to happen is you are going to lose yourself. And also, you're probably not going to be much value to anybody if you haven't helped yourself. Even if you are genetically blessed and you're wealthy and all these other things, even if you were born into these things, you don't know how to teach it. You don't know how to give the value. You can't teach someone how to make wealth if you were born with wealth. You can't teach someone how to become more confident if you were born confident and born tall and born handsome and born this and born that. And as a result, the world has treated you fairly and greatly, that now you're just naturally confident. You can't teach an introvert how to become more confident. You don't have the same poker hands that he has, so how could you teach him how to play? You can't. Life experience is everything. And without getting too tangential, which is a funny word, a cool word that I read recently and it just stuck in my mind. Without getting too tangential, your purpose, guys, is to help yourself. And now that we know it's to help yourself, now that we know that's part one, which, by the way, I'm assuming almost all of you are at part one. We're talking a high percentage of men are at part one. You're chapter one of life, right? To find out what it is that you need help with, it's very easy. If you don't know off the top of your head, well, one, you might be lying to yourself, but two, it's very easy. I'm going to teach you right now what it is. It starts off with asking yourself this very interesting question. And this works for all levels. Because, by the way, even if you're in part two, you're still in part one. You're never finished working on yourself. It's never fully complete. Because if you don't sharpen the blade, it will get dull. And if you don't have a sharp blade, how can you make food for people? How can you help people? How can you protect people? Such a deep comment I just made. Very important to remember that. And by the way, I have this sword right here. And it literally means what I just told you. It's a sword that has this word Kaizen, which means self-improvement. Well, it technically means to improve consistently forever, which is what I said earlier. You never stop helping yourself. And it's a sword, and it's in fire, because I know that that's how blades get sharp. Through the fire, through pain, through pressure. That is how blades become sharp. Through improving forever, which is through pain, pressure, improvement, all of it. So to get back, once again, I'm getting tangential. To get back to what I was saying about your purpose and about helping yourself, is you must do, this is the important question that I was going to say, the important question that you must ask yourself to know what it is to help yourself. It is very simple. What is hard for you? What is difficult? Not to me, not to your friend, not to your girlfriend. What is difficult to you? What is difficult to you? This has become the way you think about things. And by the way, this is very similar to the concept of a video game. When you have a video game character, how does he get stronger? He completes challenges. How does he get even stronger? He completes more difficult challenges. How does he get even stronger? He defeats the final boss. This is how you level up in a video game, and this is how you level up in life. So what is hard to you? Now I'm going to give you some help as to what could be hard for you, because there's basic foundational things every man needs to be good at. Basic ones. There's your body. Let's start off with your body. I would say this one is foundational. This one comes before everything. Why? Because if your body doesn't work, that's the only thing you'll care about. If you can't even walk, if your heart is not working, if your arms don't move, then nothing matters, right? Like nothing matters. If your body is not healthy, if you don't even have a vessel to communicate with the world, to help people, nothing matters. When you're sick in bed, you're not thinking, let's say you're really sick in bed, you're not thinking about other desires as much as you're thinking of, damn, I wish I could just not be sick. There's nothing better than not being sick when you're sick. Health is so important. So this is the foundational thing. So, health. Let me ask you, are you in optimal, perfect, healthy condition? I know you're not, because it's so rare to be. Even I'm not. I'm not perfect by any means. I haven't met a single perfect, healthy, optimal human being ever. It's kind of impossible to be perfectly healthy, optimal human being. It's damn near impossible. I mean, it's damn near impossible to be perfect at any of these things, right? But my point is, you need to get better. And that's where it comes this question of what's hard to you. What's hard to me, physically, health-wise, might be different than you. You might be fat. If you're fat, for you, walking 20K steps a day is probably fucking difficult. Doing cardio for an hour in the morning is probably fucking difficult. Let's say you're jacked. Okay, let's say you're jacked. But actually, let's not even say that. Let's say you have muscles, but you're still kind of chubby, right? Then what's difficult for you is probably eating more healthy, probably having more of a lean diet, probably, once again, walking more. Maybe you don't even need to lift as much as you do. That's what's difficult for you. Let's say you're scrawny, which was what I was. I used to be very scrawny. And now I'm not jacked by any means. Well, it's funny because people have different definitions of jacked. I'm not fucking crazy steroid jacked, obviously. But I'm definitely not scrawny. I wouldn't call myself scrawny. I was scrawny. So for that guy needs to eat more, needs to lift more heavy weight. That's what's difficult to him. That's health. We can move on to being social, which is another big pillar of life. Not just with people, with men, but also with women. This is another massive pillar of life. In my opinion, it's the next one. Right? So if the first one is health, because without health you have nothing, the next one is social. Because without being social, what's the meaning of life? Right? Think of it this way. Let's use the analogy of you're sick in bed. What are you going to do what is the first thing you're going to do once you get healthy? You're probably going to tell somebody. You're probably going to share the news. You're probably going to, if you have a girlfriend, see her, have sex with her. You're probably going to hang out with your friends. Maybe if you drink and stuff, that's what you would do. You would go out and drink with your friends, right? The drinking, I don't really believe in it too much, but the hanging out with the friends is important as fuck. Being with your woman, if you have a woman, is meaningful as fuck. Social life, your connections is everything. If there's two important things of life, it's the health and it's the being social. It's your relationships, your health and your relationships. Now here's what's funny. A lot of people will say wealth is more important than relationships. That's where I disagree. Because I'd rather be a poor man that has good friends and a hot girlfriend than a rich man that has no friends and no girlfriend. Wouldn't you agree? Would you want to be rich in a house with no human beings at all and no one knows you and you're just in an island by yourself? Or would you rather be in an island like a beach bum, for example, in a freaking drinking coconuts, killing boar, eating the meat, but you have a hot girlfriend and you have cool ass friends in your tribe? Which one would you rather do? The tribe one sounds so fun. I almost want to do that. Like, that sounds cool as hell. And that's why I'm so not attached to money, because I understand money is not what brings happiness and fulfillment. It's the connections. People just want money because they think it's going to get them the connections. You want money because you think it's going to get you the hot girl, when it's probably not. You might get a girl who wants you for your money. Maybe. You might get friends who want you for your money. But if you're a fucking nerd, and when I say nerd, nothing's wrong with being smart because I think I'm smart. When I say nerd, I mean someone who doesn't have a masculine backbone. That guy, he's going to get used for his money and his wealth. Okay? Anyways, connections. Being social. Second most important. Now, what's the third one? Your wealth. Your business. Your money. Your resources. This is the next most important. Right? So if these are the three pillars of life that are like so freaking important, you might be asking, okay, but what about if you wanted to become a singer, or you wanted to become a YouTuber, or you wanted to become a doctor? What about these things, right? Like, where does that fit into this? What if you have this higher purpose? Where does that fit into this? For example, my purpose is I want to become the best man possible and help the most men possible. Right? That's my purpose. So where does that fit into these three? Well, here's what I'm going to tell you right now is like, these are the three foundational pillars that you need to master as a man, right? But one way to view it is like you have this ultimate purpose, right? And the ultimate purpose, it encapsulates these three. Like, it kind of solves each one. So if my ultimate purpose was to become the best man possible and help as many men possible, which that is my ultimate purpose, then I cannot be fat, because then I won't be able to help people who are fat. I won't understand how to not be fat, and I won't have the information on how not to be fat. I cannot be broke, because if I'm broke, how am I gonna financially help any of my family or friends, or invest or create something in my business? And I can't not have good connections, because without connections, how am I going to communicate with anyone? How am I going to sell my product? How am I going to get out there and be meaningful to someone? Like, no one's going to listen to you if you have no money at all. No one's going to listen to you. Same thing with any other good purpose. It will encapsulate these three at some point. Like, it almost is like tying together. But to wrap this video up, because I know this is a longer one than usual, your purpose in life is more important than your woman. Your purpose in life is more important than anybody. And what is your purpose in life? It is to master these three pillars. And ask yourself, what is difficult to you in each of these three pillars? And understand that deeper behind everything, or on top of everything, however you want to see this, there's this ultimate purpose you might have. And I believe almost every man has a similar purpose, which is to make them the best man that they can be, their best version of themselves, so they can give it to everyone, so they can serve other people. It's that simple. It's a 1-2 step process. This is your entire life. Don't think any further. And a lot of people might be asking, what about religion? What about this? What about that? Well, what's interesting is a lot of religions are pointing to the same truth that I'm saying in this video. A lot of them. It's just the truth. It is the truth. You know, a lot of religions will speak the truth in the religion itself. A lot of people will speak the truth as well. You might have read books that align with what I'm saying. That's because it's all the truth. All of it. You know deep down what you got to do. You know deep down how to push yourself and make yourself grow. Let's do it today. Guys, that's the video. If you're already here, you probably like the way I speak. You like the information you heard. You like the knowledge here. If you want more, I just launched my Patreon group. The link is in the description if you want to join. It is currently at a very low price. So if you want to join, click that link, check it out. Guys, there's so much information there. You can talk to me on Q&As. I don't know how long I will have this group, honestly. Like, I'm not sure what's the next evolution for it yet. Like, I'm still thinking about it. But for now, you can join, talk to me. I can help you out. I want to meet you guys more. I want to create more of like a what's the word? Like a relationship with you guys, right? Going back to what I was saying, my health is good, my wealth is good, my relationships are good, but I could always make my relationships better. Like, I love that. I am so passionate with helping people. And this is a form of helping you, but I want to help you more. So click that link. Either way, if you don't click that link, watch all my videos. There's a lot of information there to help you. Trust me. And that's it, man. Have a great day, guys. We'll talk soon. Have a great day. Peace out. Bye.